What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and today we are back for the derby. The derby between Borussia Dortmund and Schalke. I'm fired up, and yeah, let's do this. It is a watch-along. And the first thing I'm going to touch on, if you guys were with us during the preview, you would have saw the lineup I touched on, and some of the key points I mentioned, which all got changed because Chan obviously got tested positive for COVID, and hopefully he's resting well and getting better. But for right now, we have to roll on without him. So we had a bit of an interesting lineup that I thought Favre went. He's going to go into this game and test it all and try to go into a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 maybe. I'm not sure, but I don't think he's personally going to do that. I think he's going to line up exactly how he's been lining up. And in net, obviously, we have Roman Bürki. I think that's a smart play, putting him back in net. Hits, obviously, didn't play too bad, but I mean, he's not our starting goalie. Might as well go with him for the derby. Right wing back, we went with Meunier. And I was a little bit surprised. I really thought after the performances he's been putting in that we would cut him. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me why he's in this 11. And I mean, if he has a bad game today, Twitter is going to erupt. But I mean, the format Schalke is, it could be, and it's obviously an important game for us. Just the rivalry, it could be an opportunity for him to try to switch this around. But for me, this is a lost opportunity. I wanted to see Felix Passlack in there, and I'm just bummed out that Meunier starting. But I mean, I'm a diehard fan, so I'm gonna hopefully think that he might have a good game, but he's gonna need one. Screw Meunier. Yeah. Matty D is here. Joshua, hello from another Joshua. Screw Meunier. Yeah. I mean, I am surprised, but I'm not surprised. I really thought this was gonna be the one where he just, after the performance he had against Lazio, was just gonna be like, all right, like, enough's enough. Let's go with Passlack. But Favre does what Favre does, and Meunier's back in the team. So he's going to absolutely have to have a good effort here because, I mean, if he doesn't, it could be another unfortunate event to happen to him on Twitter. But anyways, we're going to have a back three. Akanji's back in the lineup. I'm very excited to get him back. I mean, like I've said a few times on the channel, he's going to be our defensive rock. Kind of, I don't know, just the way that we play, we need that little bit of sturdiness in the defense, and I think it's going to come from Akanji. So I'm very happy he's back. We have Hummels in the middle, no surprise there. I think Delaney is going to play as the left center back. I know this could look into like a 4-back formation, but I just can't see Favre changing systems. He's very stubborn, and it's just kind of the way he likes to play. So I'm going to assume Delaney is going to play as the left center back with Akanji on the right, Hummels through the middle, which leaves Guerrero as the left wing back. Again, no surprise there. The middle of the park, I'm very happy Brandt got the start. I think this is going to be a good opportunity for him to play as our number 8 in that role. A little bit of creativity. I don't like when he plays as the false 9, which is absolutely fantastic that he's not. Alongside him is Mohamed Dahoud, so I'm kind of excited. Dahoud played some decent football for us in recent. I mean, he hasn't got a string of games, so I mean, I'm curious to see what he's going to do in here. That's a very uncharacteristic move from Favre, is to drop Witsel. I'm very surprised that he dropped Witsel. Witzel's usually just a shoe-in on that lineup, and I mean, I thought Witsel is playing great, but I think he's playing better than Meunier, so it's surprising to me that Meunier is sticking in the team, but yet Witsel was dropped out. But either way, I'm kind of excited to see Dahoud. I hope he has a decent showing with Brandt alongside him. And then the top 3, no big surprise. Holland's going to be leading the line with Sancho to the right and Reina to the left. I kind of thought because it's a derby and Royce, being the hometown boy, being our captain, would get in, but yeah, he did not. So it'll be interesting to see how Reina does. I'm excited to get him back in, give him a chance to keep up the form that he's been doing. Hello. I think it's going to be a back 4. I know. Returning, I told you. I don't think it's going to be a back 4. I think the lineup that I have on the screen right now is what he's going to go with. I could be very well wrong. I don't know. Just knowing on how Favre is, I think he's going to be stubborn. I think Delaney is going to go into that left back position. If it isn't that formation and it goes to a back four, it's going to be Berkey obviously in goal, Meunier on the right, Guerrero on the left back with Hummels and Akanji, and then obviously I'm assuming it'd be a 4-2-3-1, and then Dahoud and Delaney would be the CDMs, Brandt would be our cam, Reyna on the left, Sancho on the right, and then Haaland up front. But I just can't see. Oh, Favre confirmed it's a back four. Check Google. That's all right. Well, I kind of want to see it. I want to see him experiment in these kind of games because Favre doesn't usually do that. But on a couple of the apps I was looking at, and I haven't been on Twitter since I was getting ready for the stream, so I haven't fully seen or these confirmations that it is a back four. But that's kind of exciting. I think the last game we played in a back four was one of our friendly games. We haven't played much of in the back four, so I'm very curious to see how that's going to go. I'm very excited for it as well. So then, yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be a 4-2-3-1. Delaney and Dahoud will be in that CDM role with Brandt playing in his best position, which is a cam, and then obviously Reyna, Sancho, and Haaland. And that is kind of curious. It's 4-2-3-1 Bayern itself. Yeah, I love the 4-2-3-1 formation. Mats Hummels has played 17 derbies so far. No active player has played more. Today will be his 18th derby. Nico, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. That is a fun fact. Nico is very good with fun facts like that. So it's a big day for Mats Hummels. Obviously, his 18th Revierderby. That's absolutely fantastic. I'm assuming, well, I know he's going to be rocking the armband because Royce isn't there, so that'll be pretty cool for him. But yeah, the 4-2-3-1 is going to be fun. I haven't seen Brandt play in that 10 position for a long time now. I think that's where we get the best out of him. And usually having him playing that 8, in certain games he can obviously make a big impact. But most of the time lately, Brandt's been playing in that false 9, and it's just not his position. And yeah, I'm kind of excited. But with that back four, and the reason I thought Favre was just going to be stubborn about it is because there's going to be some weaknesses in the back four. I'm very curious to see how Guerrero is going to adapt because he's obviously such an influence going forward in that left wing back position. I talk about it time and time again how he likes to drift into the middle. You very rarely see a left wing back ending up on the right side of the field, linking up play and getting involved. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be tricky to see if he can play in a back four because he has played in the back four before. He's played for Portugal they played in the 4-3-3, so he's definitely played in there as well. So it's gonna be curious to see how he can adapt his game and bring a little more defensive ability to it because he's gonna need to. As well as I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen with Hummels because Hummels is just transformed into the definition of a center back in the middle of a back three because he just doesn't have that pace anymore. We saw him get burned by Immobile in the Lazio game. And so I don't know, I'm very curious. I didn't know if Favre would do it. I didn't know if he would do it for a derby. And I'm also kind of curious to see what's going to happen with Meunier because Meunier clearly isn't cutting it in the right wing back spot. I don't see him playing as a right center back anytime soon, that back three, which means his best position is going to be the back four on the right back. So I don't know. If we play like that, because like I said, the other formation that you see right now on the screen could easily get switched into it. Favre doesn't like putting a lot of time into obviously sticking with a formation if he's finding it a little uncomfortable. So depending on how this opening 10 minutes can go, I can see him easily saying, all right, Delaney, drop back. I don't like the way Schalke's coming at us. Our defense looks a little vulnerable. Maybe Guerrero doesn't like it. But I am kind of excited to see this back four because there's been so much criticism about Meunier. We haven't seen him in, I believe, his best position, which is a right back position. So yeah, it should be fun. But I'm gonna just dive into the comments here. Man, Bayern destroyed another opponent. Yeah, that sucked. That sucked. It was a pretty dominant performance from Bayern. I didn't watch the entire game. I was trying to jump in on George's live stream as well as watching a little bit of the game, but we were getting prepared for our stream here. But man, that was a big victory. Frankfurt is not a team that you want to take lightly, and they just absolutely demolished them. But the game is getting ready right now, and I'm seeing them go through it, and it looks like a 4-2-3-1. So that's absolutely fantastic. But we have no defenders. Doing good, thanks. Attaboy Nico. JJ, did you see the Ajax result? I believe I saw it was 4-0 at one point. I was just scrolling through FootMob. You can let me know if something crazy in that game happened. I just assume they dominated the game, which is why you're bringing it up. But yeah, Ajax looks pretty good as well, as is PSV. Shout out to Mario Götze, who's been on a bit of a roll here, but JJD, why do you air me, LOL? Okay. Hopefully this isn't back left wing. It's no place. Yeah, I don't know. It's the way that it looked like when they're showing. I'm just watching the game, obviously, right here, and it looked like Guerrero's position, just even that back four, doesn't look like a natural back four. It looks like Guerrero's literally sitting up here with the other three along there. They won 13-0. Holy. I got distracted. Wow. Yeah, well, it was 4-0. I mean, I don't know what time it was when I took a look at this game. 13-0. Holy. Well, that's fantastic. All right. Well, Ajax is not one you want to challenge anytime soon in the Eredivisie. Wow. All right. JJD, what do you think should do Mounier when he puts up a disaster class? If Mounier puts up another disaster class in this game, he has to be dropped. I mean, he should be dropped for this game, in my opinion. I don't think he should, but maybe with the switch to the back four, Faber wanted to give him a shot at his best position, try to get some confidence. I mean, he's on a long-term contract with us. We need to find a way to fit him in this team. But I still would have liked to see Paslak start, whether it was a right wing back or a right back. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is a derby game. We know how important this game is to us. If Mounier has a awful showing, he's not gonna hear the end of it. It's gonna be absolutely disgusting on Twitter if it happens like that. So I definitely, for his own sake and just the fact that I want to see him do well, I want him to have a good showing tonight. A few of you guys were commenting in the comments saying that you almost want to see Dortmund lose so Favre gets sacked. I absolutely disagree with that. I would keep Favre on for 5 years if it meant that we could beat Schalke every time. That's just my opinion. Let me know if you guys agree. I mean, can't imagine you guys want to see us lose to Schalke. I don't think Favre is going to get sacked. I think he's going to last the entire season unless we go on literally like a 5-game plus losing streak. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to see us lose this game at all. I was been so excited for a few weeks now for this game, and all I want to do is pump Schalke. So I definitely don't agree with some of those comments, but that's your guys' opinion. And I'm assuming at the end of the year they're going to take a look at what we've done this season and then judge Favre that way. But I don't see him getting sacked anytime soon, especially because if we win this game, we're going to be 4-1, and that's a pretty solid start. And we still got a shot in the Champions League, obviously, because we have a very kind group. But, fun fact, whenever Borussia Dortmund played, he beat out Schalke. Well done, Nico. In the Bundesliga, we have won, lost, or drew. But in any case, the blue team has never became German champion. I like that fact, Nico. Thank you for sharing. That is beautiful. We never want to see Schalke. I don't even know how to do it with the stars. We don't want to see them being champions ever, so that's absolutely fantastic. What is Paslak's true position? It's very hard because kind of like how Brandt's been for us, even though we've seen Brandt play consistently for Leverkusen, and I believe Brandt's position is at his best is a 10. But for us, because he's kind of been all over the place, there's the false 9, there's the 8. His best position is a 10. Paslak's a little similar, except